Hi, this is Joseph Limo with Atlantic and Pacific Real Estate. I have the pleasure of sitting with Wanda Lewis from Investors Title today. She's been gracious and kind enough to not only be super supportive of our agents in our office, and always has been, but even elected to sit down with me and answer a couple of questions, just so we can kind of have more of a dialogue about what agents don't necessarily understand, not only about title itself, but even about how supportive you can be as a title representative. So
Thanks for having me, Joseph.
Thank you. And Wanda, first and foremost, let's go ahead and put out there specifics about how to get in touch with you and a little bit about what your role is as a title representative.
Well, for a title, well, first of all, how you can get a hold of me.
Yes.
It's Wanda Lewis. My phone number is 909-238-9195. I work with Investors Title. You can find me at wandalewis.net and email me from there. And as a title rep, my job is to help. Basically, here's I'll put it simple. My goal is to help you reach yours, and I'm going to help you clear up any transaction that we can. My goal is to have a smooth closing for you and your customer. So you need to build a relationship, someone that you trust, who will, when you have a problem, that you feel comfortable calling them, and you just know that it's going to be handled. And I'm fortunate enough to work with a great group of people that I know in my office support. They have really gone above and beyond to help me and my customers, which in turn helps the realtors and their customers.
Yeah, and I know that our office can absolutely support exactly what you just said. That's why we've elected to have you here. You've just really been super awesome in anything we've ever asked for, so thank you again for that.
Thank you.
As far as title is concerned, is it fair to say that the preliminary title report tends to be the basis in which agents need to be very mindful when it comes to title in terms of their transaction?
Yes, absolutely. I think maybe people really don't pay attention to the preliminary title report. They think that either somebody else is going to handle it, oh, the escrow will handle it or something, but it is the realtor's responsibility to review the preliminary title report, also known as the prelim, when you get it, and find out what is showing against that property. Each one of those items that are listed, and they're listed by number, will need to be cleared up before clear transfer of title goes to the new buyer. So there's going to be a mortgage that needs to be paid off. We need to make sure that the property taxes are paid. If there's any judgments, we have to make sure that those are paid. And we also notify you on there of any easements or any weird things like that. You'll see a lot of easements for utilities and everything like that. Bankruptcies, notice of actions, which means a lawsuit is pending. So any of that, each one of those items need to be cleared up before we can go forward and close. And I think a lot of people just think, oh, well, escrow's going to handle it or title just take care of it. Well, no, there are certain things that we need to do before we can actually go forward. And we have to order the demands, escrow orders the demands, we get it, and we do the payoffs.
So what do you recommend to an agent who reviews a title report and maybe just isn't clear about what the items are or what action steps need to happen to have them cleared to secure a clean title and within the time frame of closing within the escrow period? Well, what do you recommend?
I recommend, first of all, reading it. There are certain things that take a long time for the demands to come, like tax liens. They will take a couple weeks. So if you're trying to close by a certain date, you need to make sure that you tell the escrow to order the demand. Escrow should do it, but you need to be on top of it too. It's everybody's responsibility. And so once we get the escrow gets the demand back, then we know what the actual amount is due. Just because you see a judgment that says $3,000, it doesn't mean it's going to be $3,000. It's going to be plus interest and fees or anything from that point forward. So we need to get on it right away, basically. Property taxes are property taxes. Those have to be paid. But most importantly, we want to get the demands out as soon as possible, so that way when you are ready to close, we have all of the information. And be prepared, because demands do expire. So if you have a demand and your close of escrow is taking longer, if your demand's only good until June 30th, and you're now going to close on July 15th, we need to make sure that we get another demand that extends through the end of your close of escrow, July 15th.
So if I, for example, were to see a couple of items on a preliminary title report, and I just either wasn't sure what they are or wasn't sure exactly what I specifically as a real estate agent should do with those items, what's a resource for me at that point? Is that when I just give you a call specifically, or maybe call one of your customer service representatives?
Absolutely. Call me anytime. I'll be happy to walk you through the prelim. Anybody, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you understand and find out how we can get this transaction closed. Call me anytime, 909-238-9195, or you can reach me at wandalewis.net, and I will be happy to walk you through any questions that you have on your prelim.
So I really love the way that you described your role. I think that was a really good summation of essentially what you do. You're here to help our agents in our office, or anyone who's in the industry. Really, you're going to try and help them understand what their goals are and then reach them. So with that said, what are some other things as a title representative that you can do to support our agents? Or like, what do you do specifically with the clients that you work with?
Well, I provide, I'm lucky enough to have a really great customer service. I have a great customer service department, and they're very, very knowledgeable. So you can call me and I'll get the information that you're looking for, whether it's chain of title or if you need a certain document or anything like that. There are sometimes you need to actually see the deed, or you need to see a judgment and see what that is, and I can get that for you. I can help you with your farming. There's buyer's farms, there's owner-occupied farms, there's anything like that. And right now we're getting back to the basics of starting, general farming all over again, and that's really what's working. And building a relationship. I've had people call me, hey Wanda, I need this, and I'm more than happy to go get the document for them. I'll run messenger service. I got a 20-year-old divorce decree for a client the other day.
Wow.
So it's just, I'm here to help you. You guys are busy enough as it is, so any little help that you can get, it's a team effort. I like to build a team.
And I appreciate that, because it's been for a few years now that a lot has changed with title representatives and what they are and not able to do. And I don't think a lot of our agents really have the clarity anymore, and maybe they don't quite understand that you still can do so much to help us be successful in our roles.
Right. The title industry has changed with the passing of SB 133, which is the Department of Insurance governs what title insurance companies can provide. As far as NODs, we can't even do that anymore. Phone numbers, we cannot do that anymore. And it's to protect the consumer. So some of that information that title companies used to provide, we aren't legally allowed to do anymore. So I know it's kind of confusing. That information is still out there, and I do have several companies that can provide that information for you. I can recommend them for your agents. So that information is still there. But title companies are still a great resource of information and customer service.
Yeah, that's definitely been our experience. Thank you again. We look forward to having you back to do more training programs, because we just know that you've been a great resource for us, and title just tends to be something that a lot of agents aren't super comfortable or familiar with. And be it that we have someone who's phenomenal, we're gonna leverage you as a resource. So thank you again, Wanda. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Joseph.
Have a great day.